Otto. Otto! There's autosaves. There's autosaves. Thank you, autosave. Thank you, autosave. I love you dearly. Hold on. Saving. Thank you, autosave. Thank you, devs, for making autosave be a thing for when dumb tech things happen. Y'all, I appreciate you. Thank you for helping me get this thing back going. Yay, Gretchen's back. Okay. We talked about Mayor Jimmy. We did that. Okay, here we go. Yes, I was hoping that it just auto-saved because we had just transitioned. Yay! It's fine. If it didn't have an autosave, we could have just gone back through and clicked through everything. But also that we did make a lot of progress. A lot. Okay. You and Stella make your way to the library. It's busier than usual. A small crowd has already formed in the corner of the main foyer. Now we're just waiting on Kanika. Hold on. Hold on. I'm gonna do the whole, like, I'm in the middle of the thing. Thank God we have something to do this morning. My family's been driving me nuts. Yes, the whole gang's here. I've been waiting to introduce Tap Girl to the mayor for, like, the entire time I've known her. It'll be worth it. Trust us. All right, shall we? The mayor's a dog! Hold on! The mayor's a dog! The mayor's a dog! Love it! 10 out of 10, but also there's like nowhere for me to go now. I'll just cover up the security guard. Gretchen doesn't like him, so I don't like him. But he's got a top hat. The mayor's wearing a top hat, like a little tiny. Yes, I am now the tap guard. Yes. Also, why did the music stop? There we go. Okay. Keen eye. Not only is this mayor a dog, but judging from the series of portraits lining the wall, every mayor for Scarlet Hollow has also been a dog. I love that so much. Hold on. Y'all see that? Look, there's a portrait back there. You see it? See it? And then there's one over here. Vote for Gretchen. Yes. You can tell this dog is the mayor from its little sash and his fancy top hat. There's a regal air about him, almost as if he knows the position of authority he's been elected to. And unless you're mistaken, the serious man by his side is Deputy Franklin, one of the policemen you spoke to following the encounter in the woods on Monday. Good morning, citizen. Oh, the mayor. Oh, the dog's talking to us. Okay. Back to lurk. Okay, Junk. Yes. Good morning, citizen. I don't believe we've met. Holds out his paw as if to shake your hand. Okay. Shake the paw. Explore. Gretchen says you're a lowlife. Also the fact that Gretchen is just like glaring at them. Okay. It's lovely to meet you, Mr. Mayor. You take his little paw in your hand, but the burly security detail stops you. No paw shaking, only head pats and ear scratches allowed. I must apologize for the security detail. He has my best interests at heart, but he can be a little gruff at times. Yes, I'm wearing a tie. It's a very nice tie. I like it a lot. Why, thank you, Five Ways. Explore, he's a dog. Explore, I knew he'd be a dog. Ooh. I want to do this one. Hey, aren't you Deputy Franklin? Not when I'm off duty. I love that it calls him security goon. The mayor scoffs. Off duty, the services that you render for me are more important than your police work. You still haven't found Duke's body. What are you even doing here? Like I said, I'm off duty, and I don't make a habit of discussing official police business with out-of-towners. And especially not with suspicious out-of-towners. Now, let's hear this stranger out. Tourism is part of this town's lifeblood, after all. Hey, Tap Girl hasn't done anything wrong. I was there. This discussion is over, Miss Richmond, unless you'd like to be added to our suspicious persons list as well. Now meet the mayor like a good citizen and move along. Should we do the Gretchen says you're a lowlife? I'm kind of just curious to see what they say. You know what, we're gonna do it. Gretchen says you're a lowlife. Watch it. Miss Gretchen. What must I do to earn your loyalty? I'll settle for nothing less than you stepping down from office. Gretchen just doesn't like them at all. I feel like there's gotta be a reason. There's gotta be some kind of backstory here. Alright, he's a dog, and you're an ape, and yet here I am, the big dog in charge. He's the mayor. I'm so glad no one ruined the surprise. This town has had a dog as mayor since the early 1900s. That's just how we do things around here for some reason. It's the best part of living in Scarlet Hollow, besides the nature. And all my friends and Winnie's Biscuits. Oh, the close-knit small-town community, of course. But having a dog mayor is a close fifth. No contest. Now, this is something... Now, is there something I can help you with? You're not one of my constituents. I'd like to make sure I spend plenty of time with the voters. We're gonna ask the mayor for help. Mr. Mayor, there's something very serious going on in town. We need your help. Murmurs stir in the crowd behind you as you relay the danger to the mayor. Of course, the pet disappearances. I've been made aware of the situation. But what do you expect me to do about it? It's autumn. That's tourist season in Scarlet Hollow. I can't turn away the lifeblood of this town, not with the mine faltering the way it is. There was a mine collapse last night. We don't need any more news of disaster coming out of Scarlet Hollow. Do you understand? Hi, Bella. You're very well spoken. I can see how you got elected. People are watching. Don't be too suspicious. I thought it said don't be suspicious. 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 You want to talk with the doggos? Yeah. You want to chit chat with the doggos? Yeah. All right. Hold on. Hold on. There we go. There we go. I can scroll and hug you at the same time. So you know there are monsters laying eggs in the local animals and you're just gonna let it happen? Kenai, the crowd behind you intensifies as you continue your conversation with the mayor. Ooh. Yeah. You're just here because, you know, someone might give you treats. Jessica got you some treats. What do you think about that? She, like, swished her tail. Yeah. Yeah. You just want to hang out? Yeah, you're just adorable. Yeah, you're just adorable. Yeah. Alright, okay. Come here. We gotta go this way. There you go. There you go. Now you fit. Now you fit under there. She's like, Mom? Okay. Alright, I read that. Okay. Laying eggs? Don't be ridiculous. I'm sure whatever is causing these disappearances is just a bear or a mountain lion. We've all smelled them up in those hills. They'll move on soon enough. This is a southern town. Plenty of people are armed around these parts. They'll take care of the problem before it gets out of hand. And in the meantime, it's best not to cause a panic. I'm a pillar of this community. It's my job to protect or project strength to my constituents. I've heard just about enough from you, Jimmy. Oh, I've heard just about enough from you, Jimmy. Gretchen's barking. Look at you, putting on a show in front of your adoring fans while the dogs of this town are snatched up by monsters in the woods, hoping the humans will clean it all up for you. When you're finally going to do something meaningful for the hairier citizen... Oh, when are you finally going to do something meaningful for the hairier citizens of Scarlet Hollow? Now, Miss Gretchen, there's no need. Scraps never would have let those things prowl the woods for so long. And yet you sit back waiting for the humans to notice and letting more innocent dogs suffer. You know, I almost lost my life to those things the other night, and my goodness, I haven't even heard... Haven't you heard about poor Duke? Now, Gretchen, a lot of those were old dogs. It's fair for me to assume they simply went to the big farm upstate. Don't you dare talk to me about old dogs! Gretchen is not like him at all. He's only a dog. It's not like he has any real power. Ooh. I think I'm gonna do this one. Wow, Gretchen is barking a lot. I think she doesn't like the mayor. You're damn right I don't! Scraps would have been out in those words at the first sign of trouble, tearing out the throats of any creature who dared threaten the dogs of Scarlet Hollow. Yet here he is, posing for little rectangles like nothing is wrong in this town. Gretchen squirms in Stella's arms, straining to get at Mayor Jimmy. Hey, whoa, Gretchen, calm down, old girl. You're gonna pull a muscle. Mr. Franklin, I don't think now's a good time. Or now I think now's a good time to dispose of this riffraff. Miss Richmond, I'm gonna have to ask you and your dog to step away from the mayor. I should have known better. These two have never been able to get along. Stella walks off, still struggling to hold Gretchen as she shouts insults back at Jimmy. And great! Ne'er-do-well! You dog! Kanika is quick to follow them. I'm not, but I don't want to. I'll stand in a bit. It looks like everyone else is already talking to Oscar in the next room. Oh. Before you can catch up to your companions, you're intercepted by a nervous man with a cross around his neck. Oh, right. Okay. Sounds like old Gretchen and the mayor may have some unresolved issues, wouldn't you say? I'm Pastor Daniel. I take it you're Top Girl? Everyone's been buzzing about you. I'm so sorry about your aunt, but I'm sure she's in a better place now. I love this. Let's not kid ourselves. We both know Perline's in hell. Oh. Interesting. I find it interesting. We have talked to animals options with him to like tell him about what the animals were saying. Aw, that's sad, Bo. I love that we can just straight up say, don't talk to me. Okay, even more offensive than the straight up don't talk to me. We also have the option to back off, preacher man. I ain't buying what you're selling. Part of me wants to click on that one. Part of me wants to click on that one just to see what he says. We have so many rude options that I'm like, do we have a... Okay, what are our non-rude options? We have, oh thank God, I've been hoping to find a priest. We can just simply say that Janie mentioned you this morning. That's maybe a safe option. Let's maybe go with that one for the moment. Janie mentioned you this morning. That woman is the light of my life. I'm so glad she's there to help your cousin through this rough patch. Yeah, I don't really want to say that. I don't want to be rude and say like things about Perline that were like, yeah, she's probably in hell or whatever. Ooh, okay. Say the mayor's a huckster. Huckster and a fraud. The pastor cares more about tourism. This, just like after saying about this, just the juxtaposition between like, yeah, your wife mentioned you this morning, and also just so you know, the mayor's a bastard or whatever. Pastor cares more about tourism. Now we have a nice way to say goodbye. I want to see if he knows anything about ghosts. Ghosts? I've never encountered one myself, but I have heard stories of folks who have been visited by their loved ones from beyond the grave, and it seems like it provides them with a sort of spiritual healing. Like their beloved relatives are watching over them, even in death. Is this about Perline, or perhaps your mother? Have you been visited by her? Yeah, Oscar's place is haunted. I think I need an extra... Y'all, the choices of dialogue in this game are glorious. I love it. So, our options No, Oscar's place is haunted. I think we need an exorcism. Dang, I thought you might have some good ghost stories. Or, I mean real ghost stuff. Scary stuff. Never mind or say nothing. We're gonna go with Oscar's. No, Oscar's place is haunted. Oh, like a Scooby-Doo episode or something? I'm afraid I don't buy into that particular notion. It's a bit too spiritualistic. Now, if it were a vision of one of his parents trying to contact him from heaven, I could understand that. But I simply don't believe in malicious spirits lingering neither in heaven nor hell, jumping out of closets to scare us. I'm sure there's a perfectly reasonable explanation for whatever it is he saw. Alright, Ghost in the Mines last night. Ooh. I love that we can just say I trust Oscar. The other thing that's just really great is it doesn't ever feel like the options are like, good option like this side of the choices option versus like, the middle one is like a neutral option versus like a mean option. Like, it doesn't just feel like they all fall into just like little categories. I don't want him to go ghost hunting with us. It's been a lot of supernatural stuff happening in the past few days. Really? Are you sure you weren't just seeing things? Trauma has a funny way of manifesting itself. Ooh, those explore options are back here. I still really just want to click on this one. But I don't have a reason to be rude to him, but I just love that that's a choice. I just love that that is one of the choices for us to do. I don't want to do these. I want to do them just for the fact of exploring them, but I don't want to actually click on them in terms of like the choices of what we would say. So I'm gonna do this. I should go. It was nice meeting you, though. Of course, and if you find yourself in need of counseling or spiritual guidance, you know where to find me. Just gonna remain silent. You have nothing more to say to this man. Don't worry, I'm not trying to sell you anything. Just thought I'd extend the offer in case you needed someone to talk to. The church's doors are open if you ever change your mind. Have a blessed day, Tap Girl. The pastor leaves you be and joins the line to see the mayor. Nothing to do now but catch up with your companions. Okay, I love, like, in terms of the layout of how these scenes are set up, I love it because it looks great, but also there's really not a great place for me to hang out in so many of these scenes. All right. I'm going to try Jessica's idea because I think this probably might be the best spot, actually. Because everywhere up here ends up having characters. Over here covers text. I think for the most part, being over here might be the best, but also I just kind of find it hilarious being up here. I mean, we could go over here. We're just going on an adventure. Ooh. Okay. We're gonna chill down here for now. We're gonna try this out. Okay. You find them already talking to Oscar deeper into the library. Are you sure we can't just get it over with while the sun is up? I don't know if I can handle getting scared shitless in the dark 2 nights in a row. I wish we could, especially since I'm not particularly excited about going back in there after dark either. But I'm pretty sure it only comes out when the sun goes down. Yeah, there's no way I'm going in until that spirit is at full power. I want to be sure we get the best evidence possible. This could be my one shot to get real proof of ghosts. I'm not going to waste it because I'm impatient. Do the animal options. I know I wanted to pick them just because they're the animal options, but also I just didn't want to be rude to the dude for no reason. I think we're like plotting and planning for the evening because we're still gonna pick up Reese and stuff. Actually working the placement? Cool. Okay. So I guess we'll chill down here. Being more rude to the mayor? Yeah, but that felt more like we're meeting the mayor and it's, you know, it's not a character that's gonna, you know, maybe reappear. I don't want to be rude to a character that, you know, this is episode 3. Who knows if they could, like, end up being involved with something else later down the line. I don't want to have, you know, establish, like, a bad relationship with them, if that makes sense. So... okay, this could be my one real shot to get proof of ghosts. I do not want to waste it just because I'm impatient. Y'all gonna be the death of me. I love Kanika. I just hope it's possible to get rid of this thing. This is a pretty serious ghost infection? Is that what you would call something like this? I believe it's called a haunting, but ghost infestation also sounds good. Okay. I suppose we're the ghost hunters, so we can call them whatever we want. Anyways, I'll be bringing all the ghost hunting supplies anyone could ever need, so we should be set on preparations. The only thing you all need to bring is an open mind. I mean, they could be a reoccurring character, but I don't know. For some reason, just the fact that it was just the chance encounter of meeting, like, I don't know. It just felt weird to just say that at the first meeting of them. But you like that you chose them? Okay. And that's part of the fun of this, is that there is, you know, multiple possibilities and things like that. We have the power of friendship on our side. Heck yeah, we do! If anime has taught me anything, it's that the power of friendship is unstoppable. That's a lovely sentiment. I'm sure Rosalina will at least be glad to know you all did your best to help her. Well, if we're not doing the hunt now, I guess we should head over to Reese's? I love that we've just completely ditched Tabitha. Just like, nope. Just, I'm guessing we might run into Tabitha at some point here, but just, we just straight up ditched her. Game does have relationship metrics with all characters, yeah. So that's the thing too, is like, I don't necessarily want to, you know, put, you know, something, you know, I don't want to say bad, but just, you know, I don't want to say something mean just to do all the dialogue options necessarily. So I don't know. The dog one felt more right to click on some of those options. It does, yeah, because it has some kind of something for all the characters. One playthrough where you were rude to everyone, yes, there's consequences. Okay. And that's kind of the thing, is like, I'm still playing in terms of like, if I want to click on that option, then I'm going to click on it. But if not, like, I'm not going for like, click on everything just to click on everything. Like, if it doesn't feel like it fits with how we're playing it right now, then I'm not going to click on it. All right, absolutely. Come on, Tap Girl. Time to go bother our friend. I'm gonna get back to it. See y'all tonight. Time to go. So I guess we did kind of go get to check in at the library as well, even though we didn't, you know, initially pick that. So about the mayor. Okay, we could say this now. We could see. I feel better saying this thing, the corrupt thing, to the two of them than the random dude we had just met. Ooh, controller support's been added for Scarlet Hollow. Nice. I'm gonna say I want to do this one though. You should vote for Scraps next election. That's who Gretchen supports. Wait, how do you know about Scraps? Can you actually talk to animals? I've always liked Scraps. Gretchen's got good taste. Oh, do you mind if I invite Tabitha to go ghost? Explore, invite Tabitha to go ghost hunting secretly. I don't want Tabitha to go with us. If anything, I wouldn't mind Avery joining us. I know, that's the thing that I feel like in this episode Episode 1 was very much felt like, okay, you know, it's the first episode, you gotta kind of establish some setup and some, you know, set things in a story. And obviously episode 2 was very much like, you know, you had some choices, but you still had those locked in scenes that you were eventually going to hit, you know, these points. This one already feels a little more, like, obviously we still have our points that we're gonna hit of we're gonna leave the house with Tabitha, we're going to be interacting with somebody, we're gonna end up at Reese's and ghost like hunting. Like, there's definitely still those parts, but it feels like there's more branches and ways to get to those milestone points in this episode than the other ones. I don't personally want to invite Tabitha along. I kind of want to invite Avery. So I finally met Pastor Daniel. It was only a matter of time until he tried to pull you aside about grief counseling. When my dad died, I had to ban him from the general store for a week. He wouldn't stop leaving little pamphlets at the checkout. I don't know where he finds so many. JD keep trying to make me go to church. Yeah, not a lot of people go to church around here. It's not like folks in this town aren't Christians, but he's so creepy. No one wants to sit in the pews in that rundown old church and listen to that guy. Plus, the guy was grinning through the entirety of my dad's funeral. What a ghoul. And I don't mean that in a stigmatizing mental illness kind of way. There's just this little siren that goes off every time I see him that tells me to get away from him. That's exactly how I would describe it too. The whole town feels the same way. Now that I think about it, he must be pretty lonely. He can look for friends somewhere else. The poor dude! He just wants people to just come and talk and listen and whatever. No one wants to. Aw, Gigi catching that Pokemon. I know, I wish we could ask Gretchen. There's not an option for us to get Gretchen's opinion on that. Okay, so we have the option to ask if they mind us inviting Tabitha. I kind of want to see about Avery, though. Believing, yeah, Stella, like, seems to actually be believing that we can talk to animals, which I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. Alright, should we invite Avery ghost hunting? Oh yeah, totally. I don't know why I hadn't thought of that. I'm sure he'd get a hoot out of it. Yeah, I can't say I mind having a calming presence with us tonight. We won't be much help to Oscar if we start jumping out of our own shadows. Cool. I'll text them on the way over to Reese's. Y'all, what do you think? Should we have Tabitha come along too? It could just be kind of fun to see her reactions to stuff. That cares for Gretchen, yeah. Need someone in my life that cares for Stella, yeah. I'm torn because I don't necessarily want. That is a point, Looney. Because I don't even know, like, we could ask about Tabitha. They might just straight up say no. Because I don't necessarily want her to be there, but I'm also interested to see what she would say about the situation and whatnot. Yeah, I'm not going to invite her secretly. But that's the other thing, too, is, like, I don't... We kind of ditched Tabitha, and she's not going to be happy that we've gone off again. So, I kind of think I just want to keep ditching Tabitha for the moment. Yeah, because you know what, we're just gonna head to Reese's. We're just gonna we kind of decided at the beginning of the day that we weren't just gonna follow Tabitha around and do whatever she was wanting us to do. So we're gonna head to Reese's. All right, shall we head out? The three of you leave the library for early dinner at Reese's. You once again find yourself in front of Reese's house. A cold hesitation grips you as the building looms over the hilltop. Though it's only early afternoon, it feels much later, the sun already sinking behind the tall mountains that surround Scarlet Hollow. We're a little early. What if Dr. Kelly yells at us? There's no such thing as a little early when you're hanging out with friends. There's just extra time you get to spend together. Okay, but what if she yells at us? Oh, hey. Too late, the door swings open. Hey! Does Reese have pieces? I don't know. Do we have Reese's pieces? The entire day by now, yeah, I don't know. I could see going back and, you know, that would be a choice to do, you know, make the opposite choice and invite Tabitha along as well, just to see, because obviously there's probably, and this is what kind of boggles my mind a bit when, like, trying to think about, like, the layout of how you make a game like this. Because in that choice alone, you have to think about so if they invite Avery, here's all the dialogue stuff that can happen at that, and here's, you know, if they, you know, here's if you don't choose to invite Avery, it's just the three of us. Well, I guess, you know, well, Reese is coming along, I think, right? But it's just the group of us without Avery or Tabitha. But then there's also the option of, like, if we just have Avery or if we just have Tabitha versus also having both of them. And just in terms of, that's why, like, this, you know, episodes and stuff like this take a while to make, because you gotta make all of those possibility things. It's too many layers of logic for your little brain. I know, because it's just like trying to lay out, you know, trying to make like a storyboard or something like that for the game like this. It was just keeping track of, you know, keeping track of all of the options of all of the things, of all the different choices you could make and all the possible outcomes. Because it's things like, and there's even some things too that I specifically remember with Until Dawn, with not specifically my playthrough, but I specifically remember Negs mentioning of like things like, you know, if something happened to a character and then, you know, later on another character sees and, you know, they don't react to it in any way, because there's that one point in Until Dawn where a character can lose a finger, and then later on, like, the other characters, like, don't even react to the fact that all of a sudden their hand's all wrapped up and they're missing a finger or anything like that. But also, you know, if they didn't do that option, then it wouldn't necessarily happen, kind of thing. So it's like, even like there's as many times and different things you could think of, like there's still interactions that maybe will get missed of like what would make sense for things. All right. Hey! Reese! Oh my god, dude, it's been ages! You must be Tap Girl, right? I've heard a lot about you. Stella's been relentless about making sure I got all the Tap Girl updates. My goodness gracious, there's something that smells terribly off about that boy. Get away from my Stella, you fiend! Gretchen! Gretchen starts yelping at Reese, straining against Stella's grip as he tries to get between them. Are they here already? I knew you'd show up early, Stella, and you brought the dog. Great. Yeah, I thought she might cheer up Reese. I don't know what's gotten into her all of a sudden. The dog stays outside. No, Gretchen comes inside. But it's okay, Stella. We can let her chill in my van for a bit. I'll run the AC and leave her some treats. You know, I always have some of those Easy Chew dog jerky stashed away. The gall, the gumption, this is a violation of my rights. No, I no longer like this person because they won't let Gretchen come inside. The devs of Scarlet Hollow saying how extraordinarily complex this game is becoming. Yeah, and that's the thing too, is, you know, as you progress a story, the more you have to, you know, the more you have to account for all of the other choices and pathways, you know, just like Until Dawn calls it the butterfly effect. You know, you've got to account for all of those different things, and the longer the story is, the more there is to account for. And this is episode 3. It's only going to get more complicated from here on out, kind of thing. Yes, let's sit in the van with Gretchen. Yes. Let's do that. But we go everywhere together. Do you want to come in or not? Nika nervously tugs Stella towards her van. You keep her safe from that monster, Tap Girl, you hear? You don't let a feather of harm fall on my darling Stella. Well, what about you, Tap Girl? Are you coming in? Yeah, it was like, why does Gretchen not like Reese? Yeah, so not even just the situations, but the relationships and the dialogue. There's so many things to keep track of. And, you know, if you only play through it the one time, like, you're getting, you know, the one track, but you're not seeing other parts of it that are in the game. So, speaking of which, I'm just gonna do a save again real quick. Okay, we're gonna do this one. Gretchen called you a monster, Reese. Any idea what's up with that? No clue. She's never liked me. Reese doesn't do well with dogs. Now, come on in. Let's get this over with. You follow Reese and Dr. Kelly inside. Stella and Kanika aren't far behind you. The The house feels cold. Not only is there an odd chill in the air, but the building itself feels too sterile, uncomfortably tidy to the point where you're nervous to touch anything. If it weren't for the aroma of store-bought dinner rolls baking in the oven and the unsettling artwork hanging on the walls, you'd be half convinced you wandered into a real estate showing. Oh, do y'all see the different artwork back there? Huh. You miss a lot from other experiences. Yeah. Because, there's stuff that, it doesn't feel like you're missing anything because you're still getting, a full story, but there's other stuff that could happen. So, how can I lend a hand? By sitting down at the table and not puttering around in my kitchen. I made sure everything was done well in advance, so the only thing left are the dinner rolls, which shouldn't be long. Then we can have a quick dinner and you can leave my house and go on about your business. But I was kind of hoping to see Reese's new art. We still have time now, right? You aren't seriously considering subjecting your friends to your disaster of a room, are you? It's not that bad. You can still see the floor. Okay, if you can see the floor, then your room's not messy. If you can still walk through and the floor's clean, you're fine. Dr. Kelly raises a single questioning eyebrow. I don't mind a little mess. Yeah, I doubt it could be any worse than the way I keep my room. Yes, okay, fine. As long as you stay out of the kitchen, I don't care what you get up to. Cool. We'll just be downstairs. You won't even know we're here. You make your way towards the basement stairs. Just the immediate change of, like, having the music be back. Okay, he even painted the walls, too. Okay. Okay, the basement is what you might expect out of a tortured artist who spends all his time confined to his studio. Discarded canvases line its edges, while trash and sketches leak out from their piles in the corners of the room, hiding the bare cement floor. Ghoulish faces coat the walls in paint, sneering out at their creator. Your mom is so scary. She can be a little intense, kind of overprotective, which I guess makes sense. Anyway, make yourselves comfortable. You'll have to forgive the mess. I've been distracted lately. Haven't been cleaning much. Alright. Honestly, I kind of do want to do the what are you sick with? I'm kind of curious. Movie collection? Oh, he's got all the DVDs over there. Okay. I know, it's interesting. Like, I wonder why Gretchen doesn't like him. Wanna go ghost hunting with us tonight? Oh, wow. Do you think you'd be down for that? We'd love to have you. Yeah, it'd be great to have you along. That'd be so amazing. But I haven't had the best of luck leaving the house lately. Even just walking to town is enough to put me in bed for a week. It sucks. But make sure you bring your camera, Stella. I want to see everything that happens. Your mom really looks out for you. That's one way to look at it, I guess. It's possible she's gotten a bit of an edge lately. I think my condition has been stressing her out a lot. It used to be something she thought she could fix, but I think she kind of accepted that it's just something we have to manage. But even if she's a little harsh, she means well. It's like you said, she's just looking out for me. Ooh, okay, so we don't have any more explore options. I know. It's like, oh, I kind of wanted to ask, but also I didn't want to just straight up be like, so what are you sick with? Because, like, that's not something you want to just, like, even if you're curious, like, you know, don't just straight up ask, maybe, but also, so, I get it, she's just worried about you, Kanika has a point, she's a little controlling. Wonder if isolating you from friends is really looking out for you. And just then, out of the blue, like, one of the options is she's kind of hot. One of these choices is not like the other. I'm gonna do this one, though. I thought, though I guess I have to wonder if isolating you from your friends is really looking out for you. I don't think... Does she do that? She did turn us away yesterday. You came by yesterday? She didn't tell me. I was probably just asleep. She must have forgotten to mention it. I don't know if I would call that isolating. She didn't want to wake me up. I don't think that's her being controlling or anything. Not to cast any doubt on that, but she did say I couldn't bring you any food. She knows that's how I show my friends how much I appreciate them, and she knows I can work around all kinds of allergies and intolerances. Not gonna lie, it felt weird. I don't know. My body is pretty particular when it comes to food. She just prefers to have full control over what I eat, so... okay, maybe that does sound controlling. But it's for a good reason. If I eat the wrong thing, it could lead to a lot of misery for me, so she has to regulate my food. Okay. Okay, I don't know. What, Looney? I'm curious. What are you sick with? Sorry, Reese. Staff Girl's pretty direct. We don't have to talk about your illness, Reese. It's okay. I've come to terms with the way the rest of my life is going to be. You're so macabre, Reese. You make it sound like you've been sentenced to death. You haven't, right? Not exactly. No one really knows what's wrong with me, but it's been getting worse. I can barely keep most food down. My skin always itches, like there are worms crawling underneath it. I could live for a long time or a short time, no one's sure. But I'm definitely not going to get better. Whatever time I have left is going to be miserable. So, I've done my mourning. My best years are behind me. My future is unknowable. But one day I'll wind up in a pine box just like everyone else, and I'm okay with that. Dang, Reese, I may be goth, but that's some real Neolithic shit. We'll make sure to come by more often from here on out. Friendship heals all wounds, right? Thanks, guys, but you really shouldn't worry about me. I have my art. I'm doing fine. Really. Nihilistic? Yeah, I was like, yeah. When a parent intentionally makes, their child sick so they can continue to care for them. Nihilistic? And macabre? Okay. It's like, words! Words! The words aren't supposed to be getting more wordsy. Okay. I was just kind of curious to see if like they were actually gonna say like what it was, but it's actually more interesting that you don't necessarily know. Because now I'm wondering if it's connected to what's going on in Scarlet Hollow or if it's something with the mom. I'm gonna do this one. True. We'll all join the worms one day. We've just gotta make the best of what we've got. Tap Girl gets me. This is a cat I can jive with. Stella, maybe it was a mistake to get these two together. Yeah, because it's one of those things of, you know, sometimes with things, and depending on what it is, you know, especially I've heard and read so many stories about, you know, someone has this rare thing that, you know, one person, you know, only a handful of people out of, you know, 100,000 have it or whatever. So it's just not necessarily something that, you know, a doctor might think of at first that they might have. So it just takes, you know, a while to, you know, figure it out, you know, go through the list and, you know, figure out, okay, it's these things, but not this thing and whatnot. Okay, so has Stella told you about everything that's happened the past couple of days? Oh, she's told me all about what you guys have found out there. I wish I could see some of it myself, but, you know. He gestures fruitly towards the walls of the basement. Are you sure you can't just sneak out one of these nights? The doc isn't keeping me prisoner here, Stella. I'm sick. You know that. I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to. There's nothing to apologize for, and I appreciate the effort. Really, I do. There's just nothing I can really... you can really rescue me from. That die's already been cast. But we were talking about the past couple of days, weren't we? You have any thoughts on the ditchlings we've been seeing? Yeah, they've been coming up to my window at night. Wait, really? Is that why you texted me what they looked like? That they looked like something out of your nightmares? Yeah, I thought I was hallucinating. I hadn't put it together that we might have been seeing the same thing until now. I've been sketching them, actually. Tell me what you think. He pulls out a sketchbook from one of the piles in his room. Okay, that's exactly what I saw on my way home last night. What does it mean that you've been lurking around here? They've been lurking around here, though. I don't know, but I like the company. They're kind of beautiful in a sad way, if you ask me. Okay, now I really feel like his sickness is connected to something that is actually this whole situation that's going on in Scarlet Hollow. Yeah, it very much, the fact that, like, he doesn't, like, his mom is his only source of everything, like, that's very suspicious. Like, you know, it might not be, but that's very suspicious if she's that controlling about stuff. What if mom is made of ditchlings? Maybe? Agree to disagree with you there. Those things are gonna be stuck in my nightmares until the day I die. Do you think the town is doomed? I think everything is probably doomed at some point, but I guess that's answering a different question. Do I think the town of Scarlet Hollow is on the brink of collapse? Probably not, but it's not like I have a lot of perspective on what it's like out there. There could be rioting on Main Street, and if Stella or Doc didn't tell me, I just wouldn't know. I would totally tell you if there was a riot. Would Dr. Kelly tell you, though? I mean, yeah, I hope so. But the point I'm trying to make is that other people are my eyes out there. Okay, I'm curious. What do you think of my cousin? She was always so distant and mean. I probably would have thought she had it out for me personally if she wasn't like that towards everyone, or if I thought she even knew my name. But people change. Maybe she's nicer now. She's still terrible. You guys just never took the chance to get to know her. She's actually really funny and sweet. I'll pass. Thanks. Use a calendar, then your days are numbered? Yes. Wait, who's Wayne? Y'all, do you remember who Wayne is? I'm not remembering who Wayne is. I don't know, I'm gonna click on it. What do you think's going on with Wayne? Who? Oh, that guy. Okay. The guy who, I forgot that was his name. Okay. The creepy thing. Yeah, okay. Got it. Alright. You know the guy who's been following Tap Girl around being all ominous? Oh, yeah, that's Slasher Creep. I appreciate the classic Jason vibe he has going on. Here's hoping he doesn't live up to the look, for all our sakes. I want to ask about his art. I'm gonna say there's sure a lot of it. Yeah, it's kind of a compulsion. Being stuck down here all the time can be pretty frustrating. My emotions have nowhere to go, so they just wither and grow inside me and pick me apart from within. But when it gets bad, I can just pick up a paintbrush and let them flow out of me and onto a canvas. Like, I can trap them somewhere outside of myself, at least for a little while. But they come back over and over again, so I keep painting. You know, you could gain a real following if you ever posted these online. Just saying. Nah, I think I'm okay with sticking to sparsely populated late night live streams. That's all the social media I can handle. I don't know how you do it, Stella, having to exist in front of all those people all the time. Knowing some version of your life's in their head, knowing they expect something out of you that you might not be able to give them. Okay, but if the only time you ever put your art on display is a live stream during ghoul hours, when am I going to be able to see what you've been working on? Tell you what, when I die, I'll leave you my paintings. Then you can see them all. And maybe they'll be worth millions since I'll be dead. I'd be able to rest easy knowing someone had retroactively given my life value. Yeah, apparently he streams. I mean, he does have a whole computer set up over there. So you three go way back, huh? Almost to the womb. The school here is a tiny K-12. Not exactly a one-room schoolhouse, but not far from it. We're lucky we all got along as much as we did. Some kids weren't able to make any friends their own age. They just happened to be born around the same time as some real jerks and were stuck with them through their whole school career. Poor kids. Not that we were free from dealing with jerks like a certain Scarlet I could name. Okay, she was a little rough around the edges, but she was pretty friendly when you got past that. Maybe to you, the way she used to look at me, you'd think I rolled in something foul every morning before school. Same here, though to be fair, the feeling was mutual between us. She deserved it, though. Yeah, Wayne's kind of weird, creepy thing that we definitely, like, thought was possibly, like, ghost haunting us at some point. And then, yeah. Gretchen thinks Reese smells. Yeah. Okay, I'm interested just to see what this says. If you need someone to pose for your paintings this week, that would be incredible. Though, I should warn you, I work odd hours. I don't usually pick up a brush until late at night. But if that's not a deal breaker, it would be great to use a model other than myself and have some company. Maybe we could all come. Wouldn't that be fun? That could be kind of cool. That's quite the movie collection you've got. Got any Rex? Let me think. Oh, have you heard of Sinochi Deathblood? I saw that for the first time recently and it blew me away. Excellent example of both Japanese horror and found footage done right. Maybe we could do a movie night later this week. Is your mom gonna let us? I don't see why she wouldn't. It's just a movie. Oh my god, yes, we haven't had a movie night in years. Reese's mom shouts from the kitchen. Dinner's on the table! Guess that it's it for catching up. Yes, movie nights! We should say with caution, yes. Make sure you all wash your hands with soap. I don't want anyone sharing their germs at the dinner table. Sure thing, Doc. We could lie and say I'm allergic to soap and can't wash my hands. I'm just gonna go wash my hands. No use saying anything here. It'll probably... It's probably best to just silently comply. You make your way towards the sink, but are stopped in your tracks by the pull of an odd door at the end of the hallway. I'm just looking at the pictures. We've got like a combination of like family portrait things and artwork. But also, we've got some more of the creepier variety of things. Okay. It feels out of place, like you've accidentally wandered into a hospital waiting room. But more than that, you feel something radiating out from behind it. Something dark and cold. Are we gonna approach the creepy door at the end of the hallway? Ugh, okay. Something that reminds you of the dusty tunnels you narrowly escaped last night. An oppressive hum just beyond your hearing fills the air and you feel strange. You are compelled to approach the door, drawn in as if hypnotized. All of our options are open the door. I'm gonna click that one. Before you know it, the doorknob is turning in your hand, your heart full of both deep dread and a compulsive need to know what might be on the other side. What do you think you're doing? Well? Return to the door? Looking for the bathroom? So you pass by the open door that's clearly a bathroom and went snooping around. Come on, get washed up. Everyone's waiting on you. Turn to the door. You won't let her interrupt you. You need to know what's behind the door. Oh, no, you don't. Come on, wash your hands and sit down. She grabs you by the shoulder, yanking you away. You do as she says, cleaning up under her watchful eyes and allowing yourself to be ushered back to the table and away from the door. Okay, that's suspicious. What's behind that door? And now, that feels like she's doing something. She's up to something, or there's something connected to the other stuff that's going on here. There's something going on. Oh, because now the music's all the creepy stuff again, and the lighting changed. Which, granted, because that's just kind of getting to night. But also, did Reese get paler? Dinner is already laid out. Dinner rolls, spaghetti, and a light salad. Nika anxiously picks at her food. Stella is nervously talkative, and Reese is suddenly quiet and tense, his shoulders tight as his mother perches on the chair next to his. Dr. Kelly eyes all of you with sharp, fierce gaze. Oh, it's just the... Okay, so it's just the lighting then. Okay. She sits opposite you at the far end of the table, her features silhouetted against the light of the setting sun in the window behind her. Pills. She slides a few tablets towards Reese. He obediently swallows them. This is excellent, Dr. Kelly. Is the pasta sauce homemade? No, it's from a jar. I work too many hours to make my own pasta sauce. Well, you have an excellent taste in brands, and if you ever want any tips on easy homemade cooked pasta sauces, No thanks, Stella. I have the internet if I need recipes. Rude! Yeah, I think his sickness has more to do with what's going on in the town, and the fact that he's been seeing the ditchlings, it definitely feels connected somehow. And the fact that it's getting worse as everything else in Scarlet Hollow is getting worse very much feels connected. The internet, yeah, the internet helps, but also, like, if someone who knows how to cook is, like, offering you, like, some tips, like, you could at least listen. Because, like, you know, Stella does a lot of cooking. Thanks again for having us, Dr. Kelly. We really appreciate it. Oh! Okay, so speaking of, you know, the mom poisoning kids or whatnot, the game is giving us an option to talk about that. So we can do that. We could ask about Reese. Small talk. I don't feel like she's gonna go for small talk. Just the danger. Just remain silent. The game's on track with you, Looney. Ooh, maybe Jessica. I don't know. Okay, we're 100% clicking this. You know, I think I saw a video online about a family like yours. Turns out the mom was poisoning her kid for 18 years. The dinner table goes quiet. Oh yeah, I think I saw that one too. Wild stuff. Is that so? The silence returns. Seconds feel drawn out like minutes. Keen-eyed, Dr. Kelly's eyes briefly, nervously glance towards her son before flitting back to the position of annoyance. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. It's fine. I love that sometimes Keen-Eye just tells us stuff like that, though. That we just notice. You can't help but feel like what you saw went beyond compassionate worry to be genuine fear. Yes, about Reese? Ooh. Okay, it's opening a tree. Okay. Reese is a talented artist. You must be very proud of him. He has a lot of skill, honed through practice and dedication. I can't say I understand a lot of his pieces, but of course I'm proud. Thanks, Doc. Oh no! Does no one in this town have two parents? Oh. Why are you so hellbent on keeping your son from seeing his friends? Ooh, that's... The options! The options! Okay, I gotta click on this because I don't know. For some reason, I feel like I need to click on this one. Does no one in this town have two parents? Dr. Kelly's glare intensifies. Small towns are full of drama. People meet when they're young and reckless, and it doesn't always work out long term. Plus, these hills are dangerous, and jobs even more so. Things happen. Not everyone gets some fairy tale ending. You can find happy endings anywhere, though. It doesn't have to be perfect, but people can still be happy, even if bad things have happened to them. You go, Stella. I guess living in denial is kind of the happiness. Sure. That would be super cute, Looney. I want to ask this, but we're already not making her happy, so I think I might go for this one. Do you think Reese might feel better if he got to see people more often? No. I'm his doctor and his mother. You are someone who met him for the first time less than half an hour ago. One of us is a little more qualified to make decisions about his life. You know, Doc, I feel pretty okay. I mean, as okay as I usually do, so still kind of shitty. But I don't think having people over has been rough on my health, as rough on my health as you thought it might be. It's been really nice. Hear that? Reese can hang out with friends again. If you're still feeling okay after dinner, maybe you can even come ghost hunting with. Ow, jeez, Kanika, what was that for? Don't push it, Stella. Just say that the next time instead of kicking me, your boots are heavy. Sorry, Dr. Kelly. We're totally respectful of Reese's boundaries, even though they might seem a little arbitrary and strict. They're not arbitrary. These rules are in place for good reason. Tell me how great you feel in an hour when the exhaustion catches up to you, Reese. You'll be knocked out all evening and regretting every minute of this, let me assure you. As if I would regret being able to see other people for the first time in months. I don't care what happens. It was worth it. I mean, that's, you know, some extreme isolation there that his mom is doing. Like, not getting to see anybody? Like, come on. The more you talk, the less you feel like you're having a conversation, and the more you feel like you're treading on eggshells. No, I don't want to ask that. Yeah, like, come on. Like, even as a doctor, you must know, like, mental health-wise and things. Like, that's, you know, if it's not something that would be, you know, at this point, it's not something that's contagious, it seems, because she's fine and hasn't caught it. So unless if she's like specifically immune to whatever he has, like, what's the reason to like not let him see anybody? Like, even if it's just short amounts of time, like, seems like a little much. What's under small talk? Lie, the food's really good. Your doctor, have you seen a dead body? I have. What? Why? Actually, let's ask about Tabitha, because I'm curious. The thing that's interesting with this, though, like the way the dialogue is set up in this episode, is there's like a lot of options for a lot of dialogue that you can explore if you want to. But you definitely have a ton more options in this episode of like what to pick from. How well do you know Tabitha? Not very. I know her a lot better if your family didn't seem to be so afraid of doctors. I can count on one hand the number of times she's been in my office. No wonder everyone but that old Edwardine died so young. Hopefully your mother was better about talking to you about doctor's visits. I wouldn't be surprised if there was something genetic at play, and it's much better to catch those things early. What else do we got? It's kind of interesting because there's so many things that we could talk about, but it's like, what do we talk about? What do we not?
Emotional damage.
Goldie, thank you for the bits. All right. Have there been any strange illnesses spreading around town? What? No. Are you sure you haven't met with any minors who had unusual symptoms? Anyone who seemed sort of grippy or strangely ominous when they talked? Sorry to pry, just doing my due diligence. Absolutely not. I've barely seen anyone. I've barely seen so much as a runny nose, which is a good thing. Oh, thank you for the bits. Foe, thank you for the bits, you goobers. If you're so concerned about the mine, why don't you just have, Tap Girl ask Tabitha? I have no interest in violating HIPAA for your weird little investigation into nothing. Have the police contacted you about Duke's body yet? Last I heard, they still haven't found it. Cooper bits, Foe, thank you for the bits. Body? I was under the impression he was just missing. No, Duke, he definitely died. I saw the footage. And I saw it for myself, in person. So did Tap Girl. He's not missing. How the hell did that happen? Stella said it was one of those things in the woods. The ditch lanes. They made him misfire. Ditch lanes. Oh, I see. This was for one of your videos, huh? Reese, you should know better than to lead any credence to Stella's little cryptozoology stories. I don't doubt there's something happened to him, but I'm sure there were no little ghouls involved. I've seen them, Mom, outside my window at night. They're real. You don't have to talk to me like I'm a kid. I might be sick, but I'm still capable of reason, okay? Are you sure they aren't just raccoons or... Stop doubting everything I say. Stop trying to rewrite things I tell you to fit what you think should be true. There's weird shit going down in Scarlet Hollow. Damn right, Reese. The tension at the dinner table reaches a breaking point. Alright, that's enough. I was gonna say, at some point we're gonna... Because, like, the more we talk, the more she was getting annoyed. It's like, at some point it's gonna cut us off and not let us talk anymore. Because there is definitely way too many options that were available. It's like, we're not gonna get to do all of them. Dr. Kelly is interrupted by Reese before she can finish her thought. So, we're talking about maybe watching a movie sometime this week while Tap Girl is still in town. We'll have to see how you're feeling. I can handle a movie, Doc. Yeah, we'll just sit downstairs in the dark. Reese is used to that. I'm sure he'll be okay. You're always overestimating how much you're able to do, Reese. This is why you keep getting sick. If I get sick, so what? It's not like that's ever going to change. I'm sick every day, and I'm not getting better. I don't want to spend the last few miserable years of my life holed up in the basement alone just because seeing my friends has been deemed too strenuous. I'm an adult, for God's sake. I can't believe I have to ask for permission from my mom just to have friends over. Reese stops mid-sentence, wincing in pain and wrapping himself in his arms. Don't say things like that. I'm doing everything I can to try and fix. Silence as Dr. Kelly's eyes shoot open. Reese? Reese abruptly pulls himself up from the table and leaves. Damn it, I knew it. I knew this would be too much. I know, it's just like... Yeah, relationship and action probably, not just the explore actions, which is cool. Yeah. which I appreciate because, you know, if it isn't affecting it and if it doesn't feel like, you know, eventually, because it very much felt like we got a chance to do different options that we wanted to do, but it naturally still felt like a conversation, and when the conversation reached the point that it was done, it was done. Poison hit, yeah. Everyone get out of my house, please. Just leave us alone. Stop trying to interfere with his life. All it does is hurt him more. But we can't just leave him like this. Now is when he needs friends the most. No, now is when he needs me the most. I am his doctor and his mother. I know you care about him. I know that, and he knows that too. But all any of you would do is get in the way. So just leave, please. Ooh. Ooh. I like that there's two options for this. Either don't think I don't know something is up here, or don't think we don't know something's up here. Oh, I like that there's two different options for that, but that makes it harder to pick. That makes it harder to pick. Yeah, he did seem fine before dinner. Seemed fine before dinner. It always comes in waves, and I can assure you that right now he's very much not fine. Now leave. The three of you are rushed to the door. We'll be back, Reese. I hope you feel better soon. Dr. Kelly shuts the door in your faces. The click of a lock signals the end of your dinner at Reese's. Do you really think Reese's mom is poisoning him? If she is, I swear to God, she wouldn't. That's just so horrible. Who could do something like that to their own kid and for so long? No, there's no way. You're all barking up the wrong tree. It seems far-fetched and definitely rare, but I don't think we can rule it out. Yeah, I don't think you could rule that out at all. Alright, ooh, let's do the Kenai one. Did either of you get the impression that Dr. Kelly is afraid of Reese? I could have sworn I saw genuine fear in her eyes for a second there. Are you sure she wasn't just being overprotective? I'm sure that's, all that's going on, and she has every right to be. I mean, the poor guy took 2 bites of food and got sick immediately. I can't imagine what that's like for both of them to go through. If anyone is afraid of anyone in that house, Reese is afraid of his mom. I think you're both reading into things too much. Dr. Kelly is good people. Look, I'm just saying that maybe there's more to their dynamic than just him being sick. But it's not like there is much we can do about it right now. We could probably go back and forth like this for a while. Let's grab Gretchen and get going. The sun is setting and we wouldn't want to miss a second of ghost action. Okay, so it's definitely a thing that they've changed, that when we played the first and second episode, 100%, if you were clicking an explore option, the story wouldn't progress. Now that's definitely not the case. Which, honestly, I like this a bit more because it makes you be really specific about which ones you're wanting to pick versus knowing that you can click all of them kind of thing. Stella hurries off down the hill, almost as if to run away from what just happened. You and Kanika follow her down the slowly darkening street.